Hi, ladies. I want to tell you I have a whole new appreciation for something that the Jewish people went through for the 40 years that they're wandering in the desert. Usually we focus on the various activities and the things that happened and their complaints, and that's the story that we usually focus on. But what I really want to talk about is something that was part of the process while they were wandering, which was that each day that they were in an encampment, they didn't know if they were going to be staying there for one day, for a week, a month, or a year, or 10 years. And what was the purpose of this? It was to breed in them and to put into their minds the ability to live with uncertainty. What do you do when you don't know what's going to be happening? During this war, among all of the other things that have been so tragic and difficult and challenging and also uplifting and inspiring, has been living with such uncertainty. And I want to give you a couple of examples. My nephew is in the IDF and he was in Gaza for several months and doing very difficult work. And now he is on leave and is going to be assigned probably up north at some time in the future. And for now, he's back at work. So there are guys and people who are in the regular army who serve all the time, and then there are what are called miluim, the people who are on reserves. And these are people who have regular jobs. They're accountants, they're bankers, they're teachers, they're therapists, they work in a grocery store, they run shops, they do all sorts of other things, and then when they're called to duty, then they go there. But in between, they come back. So my brother-in-law asked what he was supposed to do. Should he start a project that he was planning to start, or should he not start it because he's going to get called up like in the next few minutes? And the question is, what do you do when you don't know what's going to happen? So there's usually two ways that people tend to respond. One is, I'm going to do whatever I want because I don't know what's happening, or I'm not going to do anything at all because it doesn't matter, and pretty soon my life is going to change and there's going to be something new on the horizon. The challenge is to come someplace with balance and focus of what do we do with the time we have. So I'll give you my own personal example. The week before Pesach, as you know, Iran launched a tremendous attack on Israel with several hundred rockets that were launched here. And it was after Shabbos when we got the notification that the missiles had been launched and that they would be arriving in several hours. So what do you do with that information? Missiles are coming in several hours. So one answer could have been, get out a pint of ice cream and just sit down and have a snack because it doesn't matter, there's missiles coming, so might as well enjoy myself. The other would have been to just be paralyzed, like I can't do anything, so what am I supposed to do with missiles coming my way? And then the third is, what's my personal situation, which was, it's after Shabbos, we had a sink full of dishes to be done from our meals, and the next week was Pesach, and we had work to do to get ready for Pesach. So that's what we did. It took me a while, honestly, to get my head focused on that, but we did the dishes, and then I did a task that was related to getting ready for Pesach, decided to say some Tehillim, some Psalms, and then decided to go to sleep. And that's what I did, because I figured if I just stayed up all night waiting for the missiles to come, that whatever happened, I would be exhausted, and at least I should get some sleep to be able to deal with whatever is coming my way. This kind of situation is something that we really deal with all the time. We have an illusion that we know what's happening. You woke up this morning, you made a plan for your day, you think your day is going a certain way, your life is going a certain way, and in an instant, the plan, the encampment changes. And what do you do when that happens? To be able to stay focused and think, what does God want from me right now in this situation that I can do that uses the most my resources, my purpose in this world? That's what I need to do. So while it seems like it was playing with the Jewish people, I'm not going to tell you when we're leaving and when you're coming and when you're going. The truth is that it honed in an ability for the Jewish people to be flexible and focused and intentional. Because when there is uncertainty, we have the two places that pull us. Either eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die, just do whatever I want, or I can't do anything because I'm paralyzed in a place of paralysis. To be able to not go those two places and to go to a place of focus and concentration and intentionality actually has a way of being able to elevate the uncertainty to a place that takes us to higher levels of growth. This is what the Jewish people did for 40 years. It is bred into us as a spiritual resource that we have to tap into. Hopefully, when we look at the Parsha this week, we can think about how we can cultivate that more in our own lives and think that my encampment might have gotten changed from what I thought it was going to be, and I can respond to the new circumstances. Have a great week.